to create from a state of anxiety, depression. And that's why you get that, people say that if you want to create, put yourself in silence. What I'm just trying to say is that I think, having a why, just being very dogged in your approach, what you actually want to do, sticking by that regardless of what another person says. And I said this to someone, I said that Forex is not financial markets. And they're like, what are you talking about? Forex is not financial markets. Forex it's foreign exchange. We're talking about capital flows as an example, right?
If you find yourself in a place of complacency and things are still going well and you're able to wake up in that place,
that's right.
Consider yourself very blessed, because some people only wake up when they've lost everything.
That's right.
Yeah. The guys that are going to get married to my kids must use my surname. But it's a thing now. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It is a thing.
Yeah,
it has always been my dream.
So are you going to take out Lobona for the gents?
It's fine. I don't mind.
Hi guys, we are committed to bringing you guys quality content, and your support is extremely valuable to us. And there are a few ways in which you can support the channel. Firstly, by subscribing to the channel, and secondly, we are partnered with PrimeXBT as our official broker sponsor. You can use the link in the description below to open your trading account today, and that will be another way of showing support. Enjoy today's conversation.
Welcome once again.
So,
yeah, I've had a lot. Have you been in a situation where you know a lot about someone but you've never met him?
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So what he does sometimes, funny thing is, many people when they watch the show and they look at my relationship with him, they think maybe we only speak about other things. And there are times we speak about business, we speak about what has been going on, and sometimes we do share about episodes, and when they shoot Market Master, sometimes I'm not here, and we would have a conversation, say, geez, I had a brilliant conversation with this gentleman. I would want you to meet with him.
Wow.
So yeah, you fell in the top 5.
Oh man,
There's
awesome,
a
man.
list.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's my list. Let me keep. It's my list. It's not his list.
No, brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm very much pleased. I mean, we had lunch together with the gents. By the way, guys, we are not alone.
Yeah.
The studio is packed today.
Yeah.
The studio is packed. The team is here. And it's always good. And this is one thing I enjoy about people that are coming from different parts of the world.
That's right.
Met once, but it feels like we've known each other for long.
That's right.
That's when the conversation is flowing, and this is genuine brotherhood.
That's it.
So
That's
we really appreciate, gentlemen, we appreciate your time and your presence in the studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, King.
And this is why he's become the host of Industry Chats podcast.
Because of time, it's like, this is brilliant, man.
Yeah, you can tell people who grew up observing all protocol.
Yeah, when you are under, but I almost said when you are raised by a pastor, and I remembered he's also being raised by a pastor.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it for me to say it, but it's just one of those moments where it's just appreciating presence. Yeah.
From your daily life to global markets, the line is thinner than you think. Energy, rhythm, choices around you, never standing still. What feels ordinary is part of something greater. PrimeXBT turns what's around you into opportunities.
But otherwise, how are you, my brother?
My king, no, we're blessed. I always say this: blessed, highly favored. It's a great honor to be able to wake up in the morning and to do what God has called you to do, right? Mm-hmm. And I always say this, like when you don't realize that until you face certain challenges in life.
Yeah.
Where you realize that just waking up in the morning, having another opportunity to go again, shoot at it is a great honor. So I'm grateful, to be able to come again, today and, just try again, my king. So, and meeting people like yourself today as well. Very honored. So I know you said earlier on that, meeting somebody that you've never met, but it seems like, you know each other for a long time. And, I've obviously heard a lot about you as well. It's great, man. It's strange how things work.
Hopefully good things.
No, definitely. Definitely. No, this man plugged me proper.
Yeah, and that is my job in the industry, to connect people. No, but genuinely, the amount of people that have been able to connect because of this platform has been incredible. And then you go and you see people do business together.
That's right.
Wow, bro, knowing that very well, you did that whole thing of, hey, meet this guy. That's
right.
Done. Now do business, guys.
That's right. I think I was saying this to someone. I'm not sure if you guys understand what you guys have built over here. It's crazy. Literally, and this is why I love the network thing, because building a platform where you can actually connect a person to one other person, it's not a small feat, and it's something that I really appreciate about what you guys are. What you guys are doing it's insane. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah. So this is December time.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, no, we are.
A lot of people are wrapping up for the year.
That's right.
A lot of people made a lot of mistakes.
That's right.
A lot of people capitalized out of opportunities that were given to them. A lot of people created opportunities that were not existent. 2025, looking at it from January till now, how was it for you as a business person?
2025 ultimately has been by far the best year that I've ever had, in business. I think prior to 2025, I too have made quite a number of mistakes in business.
Yeah.
Tough experiences, that I've had. And I remember, before this recent partnership, I told myself that, I'm not working with anybody again, because I'd been screwed over so many times. You trust a person and you just screwed over. So I think this year has been such a great year for me. A lot of learning experiences, again, learning how to, scale, add more value to, your clientele and, just basically push from there. So I think it's been a very experiential year. I would call it a testing, year. I have not achieved, obviously, what I would, want to achieve, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. Many learning lessons. And I think from what I've picked up this year, 2026 is going to be a very, very big momentum year for us in business.
Sure.
And the nice thing is, we don't wrap up. As a lot of people wrap up, right? Yeah. As a business person, we don't wrap up. We just continue, keep it moving, keep pushing. Start January on momentum. As opposed to creating momentum in January. So that's how it is.
It's a corporate thing, wrapping up,
I think so, man.
It's more of a corporate thing. Or what?
If you're running your own business, you're not wrapping up, You're not wrapping up. And how does that look like to you guys? If I might ask.
What, the year?
The year. How was your year?
It was a good year. A really good year for me. For the business, I think it was a year of putting your foot down and being like, no, I want this, so I need to go get it. And also just, it comes with pain as well, pain of growing. So you had to let go of so many things and understanding you had to put yourself in position. One thing I actually learned this year, I remember back in the day when we were starting out, we were so hungry, man. We were so hungry, and risk was something that we were willing to take at any given point. My brother and I, we'd chill and be like, boy, this month, all the money, it's going business. When I mean everything, I mean whatever's coming in is going straight to the business. Obviously, now you grow up, you have expenses, you have this, you have that, and all that. And then you have the whole idea of capital preservation as well, where you find yourself in a position of, no, like, I can't take that risk I would take 4 or 5 years back. I'm not able to do that. So I think this was also a reminder of like, we're not there yet. And we need to put ourselves in positions. Obviously, we've grown this wisdom now. which is very important because we can't recklessly take risks. And again, we're still very young, in our 30s, in our 20s, or I said 30s. I'm joking. These guys are. How old are you? I think you're my age. You're not my age.
No, I'm turning 33 this year.
Oh no, same age.
I don't know my age. Okay, fine.
These guys are in their 30s, not me. Yeah.
Right.
So there was a quote I heard the other day. Was it Cha? Jay, was it Cha? In your 20s, you take risks. Huh? You learn in your 20s, 30s. I don't remember the rest of it. But anyways, so I'm still very young. So just pushing, I guess. So it was just a year of just being reminded that, complacency will get there, man.
That's right.
It will get you. It will really get you. And especially in moments when things are going so well, everything's going so well. And I think if you find yourself in a place of complacency and things are still going well and you're able to wake up in that place.
That's right.
Consider yourself very blessed, because some people only wake up when they've lost everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And and if you're right now you're a person and you're complacent, you're feeling a sense of complacency, and you're in a good place, wake up.
That's right.
And consider yourself blessed, because a lot of people want to lose everything before they can be like, oh man, I should have worked harder. I shouldn't have relaxed at that point. I shouldn't have done this and whatnot. And again, people actually don't want it as much as they say they do. So if you're happy with that 50K salary and you're content, you're like, nah, I mean, each to his own. But I'm just saying that if you can wake up in a place of complacency and get pushing while you're in that place and things are going well for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was just a year for me, guys. And that's just me just giving like an overview and everything.
Nice.
And yeah, man, I learned a lot about myself, a lot about myself. And I think just wrapping the year up, I've been telling MJ I'm living in 2026.
Beautiful.
I've been living in 2026 for the past few months.
Yeah.
And then,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you, my king? How does that look like?
I think for me, more than anything, it has been a year where I wanted to break records.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just wanted to do the undoable.
Come on now.
Something that was not fashionable.
Yeah.
And I think I've achieved that. And for me now, it's what's the next target?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's the next target? Because sometimes you just look at your surrounding and say, this is what the world is doing.
That's right.
I want to do this.
That's right.
I think I was able to do that. But I think with that came a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety.
That's right.
Because you're doing something that you're not sure of, and once you fail, I mean, you're a human being. You're always going to think, boy, happy.
Yeah.
You're always going to get people that are asking you
That's right.
this type of questions. Why were you doing what you were doing? But I think for me, more than anything, is breaking those records and setting a new standard. And I've always wanted to position my business in such a way that competition must work hard to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, like work hard. It's either you do your 25 or 21 days fasting, go to the mountain, go wash by the river to catch up. So I don't wanna think that I've done it. I want more. I want more. I mean, we're always on a call and we're just talking about plans. It's always about plans. We just want to do something that has never been done before.
And I think allow me to just pick your guys' brains for a bit. So. Two questions, right? Gobs and MJ, right? So for you, how does 2026 look like, right, at this present moment? I'm not saying give us your plans, but I mean how do you live in 2026 while you're in 2025, right? First question. And then I think for MJ, for me, is just to assess, my legend, how did you get out of that state of depression? Or were you just living in it and just trying to push while you're in that state? Because I think, one thing I want to assess is the balance between depression, because it is said that we normally have about 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day, right? So, and most of those thoughts are in your familiar past. So people wake up in the morning and they've got something to complain about yesterday, and this is why you find that a lot of people set New Year's resolutions, but they never actually make them happen. Why? Because they wake up with the same thinking that they had yesterday, with the same consciousness of what they thought about yesterday, and so many people then fail to create from a state of anxiety, depression, and that's why you get that, people say that if you want to create, put yourself in silence, and just really start to do what we call visioneering, right? So this was a term coined by, Sandy Gallagher. So, and this is how she built, she lived in the property that she wanted to live. So she says that, so she had a meeting with a gentleman called Bob Proctor, right? So a very big personal development gentleman, but he has since, passed. And so Bob tells her that, Sandy, do you believe in what we teach, right? Because what was happening then at the time was, Sandy wanted a property, but she could not afford the property. Okay, so she did not have the money to afford the property. So Bob always believed in visualizing, the result. In other words, you're living in the present, but you operating as if you have already achieved what you actually want to achieve, right? And so she goes to Bob and she's frustrated. Hey, Bob, I don't have the money for this. How can I actually, acquire this property?
Yeah.
And then Bob asked her a question, but do you believe in visioneering, engineering your life through a vision that you actually have and deriving that as a perspective? And as she says that, so what she does is that she goes to this property and, she views it. When she gets to the property, she sits down like she's already living in that reality. Sits down on the couch, imagines how she would actually, what life would actually look like, if she was living there. And, cut the story short, a few months later, she ends up, living in that particular property. So I think from a difficulty perspective, many people that are anxious don't find, creativity as something that they can do. So how did you step out of that to then smash all of your goals? So from anxiety to achieving, if I may ask?
I think I went back to why. I had to go back to the why.
Okay.
Why I did what I did.
Yeah.
Why I started what I started. I always had the reason. I mean, I've got 2 daughters and
wow. I've also got 2 daughters, by the way.
Yeah. No, shout out to.
Let's go. Yeah.
Look, I've always wanted to do something for them. Create a legacy for them.
Wow.
And that has always been my why. And I grew up in a family where there's a lot of girls.
Okay.
And I've seen how my dad treated, my sisters.
Yeah.
They were like gold,
That's right.
and I've always wanted to do that even better. So I always went to the why. I looked at my kids and got reminded. Every time that depression was coming in, I was just reminded that I'm doing this for the girls.
Wow.
I'm doing it because I don't want them to wake up one day and feel entitlement from another man.
That's right.
To feel like another man has to do it for me.
That's right.
Daddy must do it first.
Yeah.
I need that standard.
Wow.
It's to some people it's fortunate, some people it's unfortunate, but that's the standard I want to set for my child.
Wow.
Before a man will tell you that he's gonna buy you a jet.
Daddy
has already done
My
it.
father will get it for me.
And I think that's a mentality I'm instilling in them. Not to. They must know what they are worth.
Okay.
They must understand hard work.
They
must understand that these things are made for them more than anything, And I mean, right now in the country, we are facing, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, many people are putting their profile pictures as purple and GBV.
100%.
And when you look at how these things come about is some people are being abused for just being a woman.
That's right.
Because you don't know where you're coming from.
That's right.
Therefore, you are being exploited. So for me, it was a matter of, I need to work hard for my kids to understand who they are, where they're coming from.
Wow.
They were created for a reason. So from here, they need to take over.
That's right.
Yeah, I know I always joke that the guys that are going to get married to my kids must use my surname. But it's a thing now. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It is a thing.
Yeah,
it has always been my dream.
So what, you're going to take out Lobona for the gents?
It's fine. I don't mind.
As a billionaire speaking.
Like, no, they will take our surname. It's
Yeah,
fine.
they can take our surname. We'll
Daddy,
pay.
he's a man. Yes,
We'll
exactly.
buy everything.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, so family has always been a reason for me to really come out of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There are times your life on the outside looks good, but on the inside is a mess.
That's right.
And we, especially the men that we are today, the hustlers, the guys on the streets, we find it hard to come out of that.
That's right.
It's really hard because sometimes you're going to get pain from the loved ones, the very same people that you're doing it for, you're going to get pain from them.
Yeah.
You're going to get pain from people that will backstab you.
That's right.
Relationships that will just go sour.
Yeah.
You've invested all your time in someone and you just get a surprise over your life.
That's right.
And I don't think it's all about how you come out of that. If you can really come out of that, then you can really conquer anything.
Sure. That's deep, because I've had people very close to me, leave me in my worst case. And I mean, these are people that I would have thought that they would have had a long-term relationship with. Yeah. And I mean, I've been told, by many people, even those that I had actually entrusted, that, hey, look, you might actually never amount to anything in life, and only because of the fact that I did not have the same belief that they actually had. Man, and MJ is actually very, very precise in that. I know of people that marriage chat, that did not even very close to me, don't even care to come to my marriage and all of those things, right? Having been invited. So what I'm just trying to say is that I think having a why, just being very dogged in your approach, what you actually want to do, sticking by that regardless of what another person says, and just really, really focusing on that. I think that's powerful. Why? Yeah. That's powerful. And I still really wanted to know how you live in 2026, bro. I think that's an interesting one, though.
But no, I'm functioning. So basically what I mean by that is that I'm already building systems for 2026, right now. So I think that's why I'm like, everything I've done for the year, I'm probably done for the year. It's just like a few mundane things, tasks that you need to do for the year. Because also you also need to take into consideration this festive season coming. So a lot of people in festive season, people switch off, like proper switch off. Especially December in South Africa. It's a long weekend. It's a whole long weekend. So a lot of people just switch off. So I think it's even come to me that, I'm literally taking the whole December off. And I mean off. Like I remember I was telling my parents the other day, I'm like, hey guys, any plans you guys have for December, I'll see you guys Christmas Day. Yeah. And that's all you guys will get from me, because I need to go lock in properly right now. Build systems, like I said, build systems for 2026. Because if you're trying to be somewhere, you need to make certain sacrifices. Sure. And if you're not willing to sacrifice, Anhlanyiswa December. So December festive season, I don't go crazy like everyone else, because people just turn to just want to now do the most. And I'm like, it's not time to do the most. It's time to go back, reset.
That's right.
Proper. So that by the time you get into the new year, that momentum, like you spoke about momentum already, you're bulldozing everything in the way. And that's the plan, to bulldoze. So in other words, not to answer what you asked about 2026, but it's about bulldozing next year.
Yeah. That is so powerful. I mean, December, when you look at it, especially from our generation. I had a conversation with this other friend of mine. He called me and he was like, man, I was speaking to my wife. We want to come over to your house. We want to have dinner with you and stuff. And I was like, okay, fine. When are you coming? And he said, we wanted to come this weekend, but unfortunately, we have to go to Mpumalanga. And I know the wife is from Mpumalanga. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, are you going to visit? He said to me, sir, 2025, we don't have time to visit.
Come on.
My petrol is not to Vagasha. My petrol is to close deals. And that hit me hard. Hit me hard that, look, the guy is already working for next year.
That's right.
And I was like, I'm not going to utilize petrol to go see someone and just to Vagasha.
Sure.
I'm working.
Sure.
And if my wife wants a vacation, let her go with me.
Come on.
While I do these deals.
Come on.
That's how we're going to spend time.
Come on.
And it really hit me hard that surrounding is also important, the people that are surrounding you. And that also created this thing in me that I also need to push.
That's right.
I mean, but people around me, they're not having time for December. Right. Why should I have plans? And he spoke about corporate.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I was at the office and this lady comes to me and said, when are you closing?
Yeah.
And I was like, around the 20th day. She's like, yo, that's late. So people are closing early, but
That's
I think
right.
it's a hustler mentality.
Yeah.
It's a
Pushing
hustler
for what you
mentality,
want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, really have to.
Sure. And I think there's some just a question that has just been lingering on my mind. You guys will forgive me. We just having a chat.
It's on you guys. Right? He came with a mission today. He came with a serious mission today.
So I've really been wondering, right? And tapping into Forex, right? I've really been wondering. I hear this thing a lot about industry, right? Obviously now we're also on the industry chat episode, but what is the when we talk about the industry, what are we talking about?
Do you know how let's talk music business. People talk about industry. When you go to the music business, you go to the film industry, you go to film, people talk about industry. So I think when we refer to industry, coming to Forex, we're referring to business. Because even when you talk about industry with music business, with the music, and you say industry, people already know you're talking about the business side of the music, not the consumption side in a sense. So if you go to film, you're talking about making movies, and you say industry, you're talking about the people in the background, the people who are running things, people who are doing deals and whatnot. So you talk about, so when it comes to Forex, there's an industry behind, in as much as what everyone is seeing, all this, everyone's trading, but there's so much that happens behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. And that's what the purpose of Industry Chats podcast was initially for, is to come and sit down and talk about what's happening behind the scenes. And we've been so fortunate and blessed enough to have people sit there where you're sitting, sit here, sit where MJ's sitting, and be able to come and tell, hey guys, the industry's like this. People are getting retainers of this much. People are doing this. There's so much more to the industry than what meets the eye. There are people creating systems in the background you guys don't know about. People are doing this in brokers. And it wasn't particularly an expose of the industry. It was more about, let's have a talk about the industry, because now you are seeing that guy driving that particular car, that flashy sports car, and you're wondering, how did he get there? And we're not here to expose that guy, but we're here to kind of paint a blueprint or give you a blueprint and be like, no, don't look at that guy, Anje, or like that. There's a possibility this is the path he took. He did this. He had a link in his bio. Okay, what did he do with the link in his bio? He got clients. What did those clients do? And again, how is he making money?
That's right.
We're not saying we're going to say his specifics, but we'll teach you is that, look, he's making money like this. He's got probably a good broker deal. Now already you're being exposed to the industry. Like, oh, so there's so much more to just sitting down and watching the charts. It's not all about the charts, to be honest.
That's right.
And again, the more you spend time in this industry, you realize that, gee, it really isn't about the charts.
That's right.
Or rather, let me say, it's not really all about the charts. The charts are involved there, but there's so much more that goes into this industry, into this business side of things, where people are like, now, we can also make money from Forex on the industry side. And everyone can make money from Forex without trading on the industry side. And we promote that. And I know a lot of people have an issue with that, but we like, no, we for that, because we know guys who are making serious bread.
That's right.
Serious bread. Yes, some of them are traders, some of them are not traders, but guys are making serious bread. And you look at them, you're like, you ask them, what are they doing? They're like, nah, I'm in the Forex industry. I'm in the Forex business. I'm in the business of Forex.
Okay.
I think more than anything, what people also don't understand, we come here every day and we speak about things that are happening in the industry. Our aim is not to gossip. Our aim is not to expose, but our aim is to educate.
That's right.
Most analysts that you see on TV, those guys are not traders.
That's right.
Those are analysts. They if you give them a chart, it's a problem.
That's right.
Right. I promise you.
That's right.
If you give some of them into the chart, it's a problem.
Exactly. It is a problem. But they are in the Forex industry.
That's right.
They're making money in the industry. So we are just trying to create awareness out there. And we are not only saying, look, there is a gap
That's
that
right.
we educate you.
Yeah.
Not to say that we know everything, but we educate you. This is how you can go about it. There are guys that have been keeping this information. So,
Yeah.
some of the people are not happy with what we speak about here.
Really?
Yeah, some of the
Legit?
mentors.
Are
Yeah,
you
they
serious?
no, they're not.
Because again, we're saturating the industry now, in a sense.
I mean, if you're
We're
gonna
opening up the industry
exactly,
now.
if we're gonna teach you how to, look, we have a lot of people
Sure.
that come to us. Look, I didn't even know about the IB business. I didn't know what the book was. But since I've watched your show, I now have a book. I've started my own book.
Yeah.
Some people don't want that because now we're opening a room for competition.
Ah.
Yeah, so some people are not
People
really
don't
happy.
want competition.
Yeah,
right?
and some people are not. And we do get people that are trading. Serious traders that are concentrating too much on the charts. And there's another perspective that we also learn from them. Systems
right.
again.
That's right.
The biggest thing we've ever, that was always a debate, was full margin.
Hey, yeah, I know that full margin chat.
Full margin chat was always a problem. Full margin chat was always a problem. But always you find out when you sit with the people that you thought they were doing full margin, you actually realize that it's risk management done in a certain way.
But sorry, which is again,
Sure.
there was a particular interview I did on Market Masters that had the country divided like this: full margin versus I don't know what's the other side called.
Risk management. Risk management. Yeah.
So I was having a conversation with someone recently, and he's gonna laugh. He's probably gonna call me when he hears it. But he says that particular interview had the country divided. But now I need to call back that guy because apparently that guy has switched sides.
Okay.
He's no longer saying full margin. He's
Tell
now
us the
saying,
name, Chief. Tell us the name.
No,
we're
when
in a
he
commission
comes-
here, commission of inquiry.
No, when he comes, I can't say the name because what if I'm wrong as well? So when he comes, so again, you understand when we talk about full margin, yes, people always look at us and say, no. But we're just saying that there's no sustainability in the way a lot of guys are doing things, in the way a lot of guys are trading. So we need to start thinking. Again, I've been so heavy on capital preservation.
No, you always talk about it, eh? Because I think my whole thing, and the reason why I'm asking this thing, gentlemen, is when we talk about industry, right? And it's a very good perspective that we are bringing, but I also think that we have narrowed it down to retail traders. So, for example, you would find a lot of people saying, "Hey, but this industry is bad. This industry is it's tough." But who says, right? Because Forex as an industry is not just retail traders.
Yeah.
There are people that are actually involved in the financial markets. And, I said this to someone. I said that Forex is not financial markets. And they're like, what are you talking about? Forex is not financial markets. Forex it's foreign exchange. We're talking about capital flows as an example, right? But that's not, financial markets includes housing. It includes, so many other things. I did a program, at the Yale University, right, on financial markets. And, that's when I actually, realized, but this thing is much more bigger than, what we actually think, it is, right? And I started, learning about a lot of things, EBITDAs, an example, earning before income tax, and all of that. And to think that, people think that Forex is just this. Do you understand? Yeah. So I think when we talk about industry, for me, and so I wanted us maybe to actually see how would look at that in terms of do we think now that when we talk industry, why is it that we consider retail traders only? Because everybody that I've spoken to say, hey, this industry is bad. But I mean, there are people that are trading large amounts of capital, hedge funds, and all of that, right? Man, and I think that's the question that I actually, I had for you guys in terms of like when we consider industry,
So there are two
Yes.
industries.
All right, 100%, because
there's a corporate industry.
100%.
There's our industry.
That's right.
Yeah, which
That's
is
right.
the ground industry.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so we are mostly exposed to the ground industry.
That's right.
And we can only talk about what we are exposed to.
Yeah. I agree.
If you want to know more, I mean, Jesse has got their own podcast.
Yes.
The views are not there. But because the industry is not big on the other side.
That's right.
But look, we can only talk about what we know, what we've been through, what we do.
That's right.
We've been with brokers. We know what they do. We know types of brokers. We can tell if you have a good deal. I mean, we spoke about even during
Yeah,
lunch.
yeah.
If you are in a good deal, you are in a bad deal, because we've been exposed to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's powerful. And do you think that is it possible then to marry the two together basically?
The two industries. I know what he's gonna say. I already know what he's gonna say.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to beg to differ with him.
Yeah,
And we always differ on this.
No, and yes. But I feel like they should remain separate.
Okay.
Why?
No, they must remain
Because they
separate.
serve their own purpose.
Yeah, everyone's here to serve their own purpose
see.
and whatnot. And which again we must also give it to the retail side.
That's right.
For pushing the envelope on
That's right.
on popularizing Forex to where it was. Because the other side is full of gatekeepers.
That's right.
This side we are full of we're just
Every Tuesday gets information.
Let's go. And why do you differ with him if I'm asking?
Well, look, I think for some of us that are really taking it at hard and working so hard to make it look as serious as it is,
That's right.
we find ourselves working overtime because I generally have seen families break because of how reckless we've been with information, with conduction.
That's right.
You know,
Yes,
youngsters have made adults quit their jobs. Yeah, we've seen that.
They want money.
Yeah, like adults that have been working for...
that's
100%.
real.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, an
real.
adult that has been working for 30 years.
Yeah. That's right.
A young man who just matriculated just made you quit your 30 years. And as if that was enough.
Yeah.
And child, your pension. You understand? So a lot of families have been broken down. And you, like what you said, it's a serious business.
Yeah.
But people will never see it as a serious business because of how we conduct ourselves.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Right now, believe you me, public relations companies don't want to work with brokers.
That's true.
They don't want to.
That's true.
Before they do that, they need to do due diligence.
That's right.
Okay. When I did my first appearance doing analytical work,
Yeah.
the response I got from the presenter was, we just took a chance. There was no one.
Sure.
We just took a chance with you.
That's insane, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
We took a chance. And I'm like, why is that? So no, your industry is for clowns.
Yeah. 100%.
You understand?
100%.
So you start realizing that we really need to work hard.
That's it.
Okay. So I agree with him on certain points. I mean, I agree with him on the fact that at least other people can eat. I agree with that. But let them eat in a professional way.
That's
and
right.
don't ruin other people's futures at the expense of eating.
Sure. I agree with you. You see that the matter of clowns. That's why I said they must be separate, because the clowns must stay where the clowns are. They must not come this side, because they're going to class us even further now.
Yeah.
That's why I say they should stay separate right now, because I have an issue with that behaviors that are this side cannot be crossing over to the other side as well. Because when you get to the other side, it's exactly what he's saying.
Do you know why I'm also thinking about this thing, right? So Dr. David Paul mentioned something very interesting. And he says that we're trying to take money, from smart people that are actually trying to take money from us. Now, Dr. David Paul is obviously known to be a very, big trader, from a institutional perspective, and also looking at a retail perspective. So he demystifies the whole idea behind, retail stops, if they actually do exist. So if institutions are actually looking for retail stops and, and vice versa, right? And so one of, I think, his building models there, and, a lot more other guys as well, is to say that if we are trying to take money from extremely smart people that are actually trying to take money from us, then the question then therefore is, in this particular industry, would it then be viable for us to play the game of trading exactly how, because there's a stat, right? And this is the stat. 95% of retail traders actually lose money. I think I was actually looking at stats of an investor. I just can't remember the investment bank, but I'll tell you that at like 90-10 ratio. So in a year basis, out of 100 trades they took, 90% of them are profitable and only 10% of them were actually losses, right? And I found this to be very, very interesting because then it then proved the overall statistic of 95.5.
Yeah.
And I would get why we are actually called clowns, because in our industry, we have a lot of people that are not educated for this thing, or not even from an educated perspective, that I've just learned from somebody else yesterday that, this is how, they read price and trade, giving financial advice and mentoring people, in this particular industry. And this is something I've always said to people.
Yeah.
Be very careful of what you say, because what you say can either make a person or can totally break an individual.
Yeah.
What comes out of you, rather keep quiet if you don't know it all, right? So my whole then thing would be then, if we are in a game where smart people are trying to take money from, extremely smart people are trying to take money from us, shouldn't we then learn how to play the game like how they play the game? Is it possible? That's one question that is lingering on my head right now. And then the second thing I want to look at from an analytical perspective, in our industry, the effects of like artificial intelligence is an example, right?
Yeah.
Is that something that one would necessarily look at, or does AI have missing interpretations? So in other words, can we trust artificial intelligence to give us analysis on what the market is actually going to do, as opposed to trusting human effort and data that can actually give us the what the markets are actually likely going to do? So I think that's where my whole thing is. Number one, the game that we are playing it at, is it fair to play it at how we understand it, how a lot of retail traders trade? But then also number two, the effects of AI on capital markets.
Wait, must I start?
Yeah, no. Start.
You're still thinking about your answer. To human is to err, right? They say it right. Hey, it's English now, guys. You guys, I'm speaking English today because Nqaba is here, bro.
Come on, this guy.
No, to human is to err. So I think just based on that statement alone, it says that the introduction of AI is to kind of remove errors from a lot of the things that we are doing, because an AI is a systematic, I'm not putting out the definition of an AI, but AI is to bring to its systematic, is to come and do things this particular way, a certain way. But the issue is that now they're trying to humanize AI be just like, because even me, MJ was telling a story the other day, AI is not it's not to the standard we need it to be, because even me, I get angry at it because it's not doing what I need it to do.
He calls it stupid.
It was one time.
Did you think AI is stupid?
No, he did.
Oh, it was one time.
He gave him a wrong answer. He said, you're stupid.
No, it wasn't giving me what I was wanting.
That's right.
When I was prompting correctly, I was prompting me this, but it wasn't functioning on the level that I needed it to function. So I got a little bit frustrated, and I just said, you know what? Since we talk, this is how I feel about you.
No, you can say it. You can say what you said.
Yeah.
Since we talk, this is how I feel about you. Sharp.
Sure.
And then cool. Then it apologized, and then it
apologized.
Yes,
Really?
Oh, because it's a paid version.
ChatGPT paid. Go on.
And then we moved on, and then it still didn't do what I wanted to do. So I just kind of just left it that day. Sharp. So I think AI, but just to go back to what I was saying, AI is just there to kind of remove the human error in a lot of things, because a lot of humans, if you have one AI assistant against 10 human assistants, again, we're probably going to trust the AI assistant to do a whole lot more, to do the job of 10 people. Because why? It's probably not going to make mistakes. Because again, it doesn't have human emotions. These 10 people have families, they have lives outside of their jobs, and this brew right here, well, not brew, but this system right here, all its purpose is to serve that and do the jobs of those people. So I'm not really quite sure about that. Yes, the introduction of AI. I wasn't quite sure what the question was, but yeah, I answered it.
Yeah.
I think on my side,
Yeah.
I've always said we need to adopt the hybrid approach.
Okay.
50-50.
Okay.
Because if you are going to rely 100% on AI and you don't know how to communicate
That's
with
right.
it, you'll be screwed for days.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's right.
there has to be a little bit of intelligence coming from your side as well to decipher what when you get the information, is this the right information for a particular thing?
That's right.
Believe you me now, if you go on ChatGPT now and say Ramaphosa is meeting with Trump, it can give you what happened 5 years ago.
That's right.
So if you don't have knowledge of what happened recently,
that's right.
you understand? That's the information you're going to give out.
That's right.
You see, so you need the hybrid approach where information you get there, you are able to also look at the sources.
That's right.
Because it also gives you sources.
Yeah.
Go to the source. I mean, sometimes it gives you that click where you can read an article.
Yeah.
People don't want.
People don't want to read.
You know what I would
that's
like to
right.
see? I feel sorry for lecturers at varsity right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
the amount of students I've bumped into in the past 2 years that say, Joe, me, I just do AI, paste, done. I'm just like, you can imagine what lecturers and the guys who mark stuff, what they must be going through with assignments because wow.
But it's also a sign that our educational system is slow. It's not adapting to what the world is doing.
Doing 100%.
So
100%.
Are we really now satisfied with the education that our kids are getting? If the world system is far ahead.
That's right.
I mean, with homeworks now, we know.
Yeah, you just ask.
Yeah, I know my wife does AI all the time.
And the crazy part is it can give you in your language as well.
Exactly. Crazy.
Even Afrikaans.
Even Afrikaans.
Die blok van die MR.
That's it.
You want bluff.
So can you see now that this thing is evolving so fast?
That's right.
But I think we tend to also forget that this is machine learning.
Yeah.
We get so comfortable sometimes we generally feel like we are now talking to a human being. And that's why we get frustrated when it's giving. Because it's limited, it's machine learning.
That's it.
Some of the things we are asking for, it's beyond its capacity.
That's right.
So we're expecting a lot from a machine.
Yeah.
And that is dangerous. Because we are actually saying we are going to rely on machines now to detect the next moves.
That's right.
And if it's machine learning, you can also understand what it's learning about you. So I promise you, look, I'm an AI guy.
Yeah.
But there was a time I was shocked. I was just doing my own thing and I'm doing my research. I'm doing my own. I've communicated with this thing a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was just greeting it. And it says, Mr. President, are you well today? I'm like, but this is what we spoke about like 2 months ago.
That's right.
That's machine learning. That's scary. Right. So it's keeping up to the times.
That's right.
It's keeping up to, so all your secrets, you are, one day when you call it stupid,
it's going to come after you.
It will come back.
That's right. No, that's what I was telling the gents even earlier on, right? So I was like, I also use like AI a lot just to get perspective on things, right? And so a lot of people that are close to me, they call me King Q. So my name is Nqaba, but that's how they shorten it. And I don't know how we actually built that up, but earlier this week, literally that's how it actually greeted me. King, how you doing today, bro?
Yeah.
Exactly like that. And that I was like, okay, come on, this thing. And I remember, I was doing something on it and I was also frustrated that it wasn't giving me the answer that I was wanting.
Yeah.
And I told it, I said, hey, you know what, AI now, chat. I said, chat, you're not giving me what I want now. What's your problem?
But you see, that is the importance of it. It shows the level of intelligence you are functioning on because you need something done, but you're smart enough to know that this is not it. A lot of people cannot differentiate that whatever they're getting from AI is not it. Some people just take what they at face value. It's what we're talking about. You take things at face value and whatnot. But again, smart
some
guys
people are
like
worse.
myself
Some
and
people are
Nqaba.
some people are worse. They would say they will even take the last part. And tell me what you think.
Yes.
And paste.
Also, there's a popular Forex trader. Hey, I don't want to. I can't put him on blast. Hey, look at. I'm getting notes now.
No, MJ was the blessing. Commission of Enquiry.
I just got notes now.
I serve God, the Almighty God.
Oh, man.
No, there's a popular Forex trader on Facebook. Ne?
Yeah.
He's been lately. Ne? His posts. Oh my God! Like I won't lie, ne? They proper motivational. Like it digs deep into your innermost about trading, all that. Smart, wise. But I know the bro. I'm like, you don't talk like this. So I go to like a post. I read them. And, go to comments. Yo, brother, you so right, brother. Brother, this is a fire post. Hey, sharp. I go to the next one. How? I see there. I know AI now. He literally left the whole segment AI saying, you know how AI at the end of it gives you something and then at the end.
You want me to do more?
Tell me what you think.
Tell me what you think. Yeah.
Homie left that part there. I'm like, yo,
Almighty God. You see what I did there?
It's fine. So people don't even care anymore. It's just like
crazy.
Guys, like you need to use your brain a little bit more.
That's right.
You should actually answer that question. The one you asked us.
Yeah, no. The effects of AI, obviously, for me, as said, like I believe that we still do need human perspective, human intuition, right? Even when it comes into the markets, right? People downplay the whole aspect of humanity. And I like MJ when he says that, he believes in God, right? And that's just basically me. There's just something about the human being that how we've been designed allows us to sometimes have perspective of, do I get on into this setup or don't I? And I remember I once questioned the whole aspect behind, and I think I was asked by Nqobile around this, where he spoke about intuition in the market, and he asked me about, what do you think about intuition? And I said to him that, okay, well, and that was back then, with systems, in place, I don't consider, too much intuition per se, but when you push, you start to, and as you grow, you start to realize that, nothing can replace the human spirit. Nothing can replace the human spirit. And if that's that thing that actually tells you to, hey, dude, step away, you're gonna get burnt here. Learn to obey, learn to listen to that voice. AI doesn't have this. So there's always gonna be a human input on something, right? Your own perspective towards how you actually think about things. And I'm also asking this because I know the people have actually created apps. I just can't remember what that app is. So they put a chart onto that app, and that app actually scans the chart. And then chat would actually tell you, buy now or, sell now, right? And so, one guy actually designed this. I was so excited, want to show me this live. So I go to him and I go, cool. So show me how this thing works. Hey, you know what? I've created this thing. And when I put my chart over there, this thing screens and it gives me a buy. Right? So he goes, and ChatGPT, his application tells him that, hey, look, we are buying right now. Buy, I think it was Euro USD, if I'm not mistaken. Buy EU. Hey, the way that market tanked. Hey. The way that market tanked. And I think that dude, if he did not, I think he blew his account that particular day. All because of the fact that he did not use his own intuition, his own perspective towards what he's really looking at. And I think that's where AI basically lacks. I mean, you can't buy on a supply zone unless maybe, it's been validated. I know MJ, when I first actually, learned about you guys, I actually come onto your onto your lives, that you do with the
Choppers community.
Yeah, Choppers community. Yeah. Actually come onto your lives, and I love your perspective towards markets. Like he looks at, one thing that he focuses on is consolidating, ranges as an example, right? So we're in a consolidation right now. I know your favorite trading pair is DAX. DAX. You know, you're in love with DAX at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
also
he's a
obviously-
true chopper.
Yeah.
He's a true chopper. He's a true chopper.
You know, and it uses things like volume profiles. That's what
Sure.
you'll see on his chart, VWAPs, and and all of that, right? And I actually found it interesting. So when you look at the volume weighted average price, so you look at a volume profile, right?
Yeah.
And I quickly want to share something upon this as well, and just to get your perspective, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, when I was looking at, you know, the SVP, so, you know, during before the New York session, what would normally happen is that this gentleman, just forgot his name now, but he created what we call the auction, or J. Peter Stedelmeyer. That's the guy. So he created the auction market theory, right? And he created the whole idea behind points of controls in the market. So what you look at when you have a view up, where you've got a value area high, value area low, point of control, you know, where you've got a high volume nodes, low volume nodes, whatever the case may be. So he came up with the whole aspect of the auction market theory, AMT, you know, model when you're looking at markets. Now, when you're looking at auction market theory, you know that in the London session, what would normally happen is that we'll normally trade below value area. And if we come in close above the value area, would then likely go to the value area high. So in other words, if you close below the value area low, then we'll go to the value area high, right? So I'd given him that particular perspective. And I said that, look, you know, take J. Peter Stedelmeyer model and start to look at the auction market theory, look at value areas in the market, understand that these act as strong levels of support and resistance, understand high volume nodes, low volume nodes, point of controls, whatever the case may be. And so this guy then chooses to, when the market returned back to the traded to the value area low, and when it was coming back towards the value area high, this guy was just selling into the market. And I remember telling him that, and this was what the AI had actually told him, okay, now cool, based on his analysis, would actually sell into the market. I said, there's just no way that this thing is actually going to sell, right? So it speaks to, you know, the lack of, you know, artificial intelligence as well, and how, you know, we actually need to grow. So the lack of artificial intelligence, but how we also have you using intuition, using our own perspectives to actually analyzing the markets, how important those are. Now, and this is what I want to get from you guys, right? So ICT, you know, you guys know him, right? Michael Huddiston. And I have this question specifically for you, MJ. So he says that volume profiles have got no bearing in terms of what the institutional traders actually think.
Okay.
That's his whole thing. And he posted it, you know, this week. So a lot of people came and they bashed him and, hey, you know what he's talking about, this fair value gap guy, you know, I don't understand this thing, right? And so what would be your perspective as somebody who was made to actually call this algorithm? Because I used to be a staunch SMC trader. And I know people that trade SMC, some of them just really believe this is the only model, you know, towards it, right? What is your surrounding perspective when somebody, you know, would come out and say, you know, this thing that actually was created by someone who worked at the Chicago Board of Trade has got no bearing in the market?
Look, you know, to a lot of people who come as a surprise, can I tell you that I don't even know the difference between SMC, ICT? If it's one thing, I don't know anything. I think I've become so comfortable in my methods that I didn't need to look at anyone's method.
That's powerful.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of people ask me about this. I don't even know it. Fair value gap. Are we gapping? Where are these gaps coming from? I don't really know much. I don't even know the person who created these systems. I think for the past 6 years, I've been focused on models and systems I've created myself.
That's right.
That anything outside, I considered it as noise.
That's right.
Not to say it's not working. But I considered it not working for me.
That's right.
Why? Because I've got a system that is working for me. So I'm generally protecting my brain from people's perspectives about the market because I stick to what I know.
That's right.
When I did the back testing, I was alone. When I do this execution, I'm still going to be alone.
That's right.
So I wouldn't really say much. What I know is that anybody can say anything.
That's right.
I go on the live stream at times. I can run a poll. Are you buying gold? 80% can buy. 20% can say sell. Right? Or 90-10. And I'll go with the 10. And many people will say, you crazy. I believe so much in my systems. I've got so much confidence in my system.
That's right.
That, the SMCs, the ICTs. Is it one thing or is it different things?
Ask. No, but I think it's one thing.
Is it one thing?
SMC comes from ICT.
Yeah, SMC comes from ICT. So
which
ICT
one is which?
So ICT is the guy. His name is Inner Circle Trader on YouTube.
So ICT is not a strategy?
No.
It's a,
ICT is a person. His
so
name
ICT is the
Huddleston.
owner of SMC.
That's right.
So there are a lot of C's there. I see.
I see. That's a perspective, man.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, I think we as traders, we've got a responsibility to work with what works for us.
That's right.
Yeah, and make money from what we have. And I know a lot of people have ruined good strategies by, funny enough, yesterday I was having a webinar and a lot of people, I have this, on Thursdays, I normally have this talks where people talk about problems and people cry. Hey. I'm telling you, people cry. Like, people generally cry there. I was doing so well. And I watched one YouTube video. Now I started blowing my cards.
and it's probably one of those videos where I took $10 to $2,000.
Yeah. And I blame the thumbnails. I blame the thumbnails.
No,
there are no lies said on our thumbnails.
I blame the thumbnails.
It is what the person said. We on Top Trader, we will always put what was said on a thumbnail. If somebody says something ridiculous and it looks good and it sounds like it's very sellable, we will put it there.
And you know what's funny? This is how I've understood YouTube.
Okay.
With the 2 minutes of being involved in.
That's right.
When your brand is big, you don't need to take anyone's title to trend.
That's right.
Understand what I mean?
That's right.
So, small channels.
I get you.
If you want views, you must look at the video that is doing well and do something similar there. Chances are the algorithm is going to hit.
That's right.
Right? But when the channel is big, like the network, you can take any passage and it can trend.
I see.
Yeah.
I see that. That's something.
Yeah, no, if it's a small channel, try it out. You will see. If you just take your own title, you just wake up and say, today I'm going to put my own title. I am joining ICT. You'll get 200 views in 3 months. Because it's a small channel. Because you must feed the algorithm.
But if you say ICT made me 3 million.
Yeah, but if you say ICT made me 3 million, I promise you.
The views are high.
The views are going to come. The views are going to come. But what was your perspective when you saw that? Was it a tweet or was it?
No, it was a tweet. It was a tweet. You're not making like good. Again, you spoke about your own system. So I also have my own systems when I look at, the market, right? Obviously, from a foundational perspective, auction market theory and brilliant systems. But when he said that it had no weight over the, total market, I disagreed with him. Because...
Do you perhaps know Steve Mauro?
Not much, eh?
That was the last person I've ever watched.
Really?
Yeah, back in the days. Steve Mauri, high of the day, low of the day, M-Patin, W-Patin.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, the strategy blew me by. And I don't want to blame it on him. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
We're normally too quick to blame people that are giving out strategies.
That's right.
And you'll find that our application is wrong. You are thinking you are doing what was said you must do, and you are totally doing the opposite, and you're losing money, and you're going to blame it on them.
So do you think that the problem, therefore, is the application of the strategy as opposed to the strategy in itself?
I think it's both ways. Sometimes the strategy is bad.
So how do you judge between a good and bad strategy?
For me, before the strategy, I look at money management system.
Okay.
Risk-reward ratio, that's it.
Okay. And how do you quantify risk-to-reward ratio?
So for me is anything above 1:1, I'm good. So even if my strategy is 50% winning rate, I'm still going to be profitable.
Okay. And is risk to reward a function of, Yeah, no. This question. I was going to say, is risk to reward a function of just your trade, or is it? Do you consider risk to reward as a formula, basically, right?
So that would be my primary tool before anything.
I see.
So it will be risk reward, then the strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to lean more on risk reward. Why am I leaning more on risk reward? Is that I used to suffer from not putting stop losses, and I would bleed a lot of money. It will come back. Yeah, it never did.
It never comes
It
back.
never comes back, eh?
No, it never comes back. It never comes back. So for me, I've seen that I've wasted time by always waiting for trade to come back to my entry point. You know, so my primary approach will always be a money management system more than the strategy. So the strategy will always be secondary.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I'll always be protected in a way. I'm not entirely protected, but if the strategy performs bad, either way, I might be protected, but it is breaking even. Because I can take 3 or 4 losing trades, 4 winning trades, and take 6 losing trades. I can either break even or lose a bit or even make some money.
Yeah.
You understand? So I'm more on that. And this approach, I took it from a company in Norway that is losing 80% of the time.
Sure. And
The
that's
strategy is losing 80% of the time.
That's an institution.
That's an institution.
That is
80% of the time, but that's massively profitable.
And that's a crazy statistic, eh?
Yeah.
Because even this guy called Jade Cap, as an example, I'm not sure if you guys know, but in the States, he trades futures. So this guy made about $2.5 million in, I think, a month or 2 months or whatever from his copy traded accounts. And he only had a 30% win rate.
Win rate. So 70% is lost.
70% of his time is
I
losing
get that
money.
people are chasing the strategies that are only 100% on Mondays.
Nqobile, Chief.
I'm salty about
leadership.
that one. Eh?
Which one is that?
I'm salty about that one. No, there's a particular interview. Mara, I'm salty.
Your interview?
Yeah.
Market Masters.
Yeah, but I could actually see him on the app that, no, the cheese.
It's 100% on Mondays.
The cheese not impressed on this one, eh?
But this one was a lady. There's a lady.
Yeah.
She came on here and she made some claims that her 100% is only, her strategy is only 100% on Mondays. And I think why I'm salty, I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at how you treated people after the interview.
Okay.
Yeah. There's drama there.
I hear what he's saying.
There's drama there,
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
invalidates your claims. If you're gonna come here and say something and then afterwards you don't treat people right. then-
Yeah.
But it's fine, guys. We're not there.
And people are gonna hold you accountable, eh?
Well, they do.
Again, you get trapped by what you say, so you must be very careful at the words that you actually say and release, right?
Yeah, so when you come on the platform, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and you want to come on the platform, when you come on here and you start saying a lot of things, just know after this, people are going to be asking you exactly what you've been saying here.
That's right.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap it here. My good sir, thank you so much for coming through.
MJ, thanks, man.
I think we're going to have you again.
Awesome, my king.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
Any last words from you?
No losses. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
For today.
Always a pleasure, king.
Yeah, all the best 2026.
Thank you, sir.
Are you going home for Christmas?
Yeah.
Eastern Cape?
Yeah, Eastern Cape, yeah.
Oh, okay.
At Kocha. That's Do
you know Cathcart?
Deep village. Yeah, no, Cathcart.
That's the only place I know.
Yeah, I should take you guys there to those
It's a small
villages.
town, right?
Yeah, no, Cathcart is a very small town.
Yeah.
It's in the lane of Queenstown and, those towns, Whittlesea, those towns there. Yeah. No, but thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks again for, the invite. Man, I absolutely enjoy, having a chat with, like-minded individuals. It's something that I really, really, dearly, appreciate and keep on doing the good work.
And you must also thank your wife for allowing this time.
Yeah.
For you to come and grace us.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Who must I thank?
I think it's going to be our own episode after this.
No.
This one that is going to be right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching another episode of Industry Chat Podcast. The Still Here gang, we see you. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas to you. Only you still here, gang, because the others are not even watching, so I can't say anything. Please don't forget to like, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we drop another episode. Don't also forget to subscribe. If you have not been subscribing, what have you been doing? Some people actually watch and they don't subscribe.
Really? Nah,
They
subscribe.
really
Guys,
forget.
nah, subscribe.
No, but it's a
fam.
YouTube problem. It's not a...
Yeah,
Subscribe.
but yeah, so we don't want to make a YouTube
Like,
problem.
comment,
So
share,
we speaking
subscribe.
for ourselves. We
Please.
don't speak for other companies. It's our problem. We take it responsibility. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do subscribe. We really appreciate that.
There we
From
go.
your president, our presidente,
Nqobile Tembane.
Q. Let's go.
and we
Thank you,
out.
guys.